Alrighty, I'm going to show you today how to give your dog a tablet. This is Dottie and she's going to help us. It's quite important to learn how to give a tablet because with preventive healthcare you need to give worming tablets, but equally if your dog is sick you might need to give antibiotics or anti-inflammatories or other tablets. When giving your pet a tablet, it can be a two-person job. If your dog is big, to hold on to the dog, one person to give the tablet, or with a small dog you should be able to do it by yourself. You want your dog nice and relaxed, you want them nice and restrained, and Dottie's trying to get away. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we give the tablet in a way that helps you to encourage to get the tablet swallowed in one go. So you want to put the tablet into the mouth, you want to put it far back in, and you want to make sure it sort of goes in the centre of the mouth to try and encourage swallowing. Best thing to do is to elevate the head, so that way gravity is going to work with you, and hold their head up after you've given the tablet to encourage swallowing. Other couple of techniques to try and encourage swallowing is you can rub their throat and you can blow a little bit of air down their nostrils because they'll lick their nose and they'll hopefully swallow at the same time. So I'm going to turn Dottie back around so we can hopefully show you how we're going to do that. So we're going to get her nice and supported and comfortable against my body. I'm going to just support her head at the moment with my left hand, so I've got a little bit of control. Right-handed, so I'm going to use the right hand to help me to get her mouth open. So what we will do is with your right hand, with your good strong supporting hand, you put a little bit of pressure on the skin on the side of her face, which is behind where the teeth are and her canines. By putting a bit of pressure there, you will hopefully get the mouth to drop open a little bit. So bring my right hand over, putting a bit of pressure on the side here, and then you can see her jaws dropping a little bit. At that point, we're going to pull down and we're going to put a tablet right in the back, and then we're going to close and we're going to hold her head up for a little period of time. At the same time, I'm going to give her a little rub of her throat. It's going to encourage her to swallow. And as I said before, you can blow down their nose. And again, that helps encourage them to swallow. Hold close for a little while, make sure it's gone, and tell her she's a good girl. Give her a little bit of praise. Now, some dogs won't swallow at that point and they'll hold their breath for quite a long time. So a couple of little techniques that you can do. As I said, you might want to just rub their throat or put a little bit of air down their nostrils. But if you can always ask your vet. You can just get a syringe and have some water. So you're going to squirt the water into their mouth. They're going to swallow the water, and obviously because you put the tablet in the right place, they're going to swallow the tablet. So I'm going to show you that again. So we're going to lift your head up and support it with your supporting hand. You can bring your right hand over, put a bit of pressure. That's going to encourage your jaw to drop. You're going to put your tablet in. You're going to close, you're going to hold your mouth closed for a second or two, and then you're going to bring your syringe around, and then you're just going to introduce that from the side, and as you can see, you don't even have to open with the syringe because it's liquid, and then when you squirt that in, she swallows the tablet, and then obviously tell her she's a good girl when she's done. And most importantly, some dogs, if you're a little bit nervous, and if you're a bit nervous about putting a tablet into your pet's mouth, what you can do is you can cheat and you can use something called a pill popper. And these are designed to basically extend your finger so you can put that into the dog's mouth rather than your finger. And that helps you to get the tablet further back in. So with a pill popper, there's lots of different ones on the market, different shapes, but essentially you're going to put your tablet into the tip of it, you're going to use this in your hand, and you're going to use that to pop the tablet in. So with a pill popper, you put the tablet into the pill popper, kind of nice and support it, and the idea is that this is going to go into the mouth. You can introduce that down to the centre and far back, and you can get the tablet in. For this is you're going to elevate the head, and then for this one, because I'm right-handed, I'm going to put the pill popper in my right hand, and then I'm going to lift her head up, and then I'm going to use my left hand this time to put a bit of pressure. Again, you can see gravity is working with me, opens her mouth, and then with the pill popper, you just pop it in and you pop your tablet, and then you close in the same way. So you don't have to introduce your finger into their mouth. And that way you can get the tablet a little further back, and it can make life a bit easier in wriggly dogs. And then obviously give her a cuddle, tell her she's been a good girl, tell her she's had her tablet.